All right, guys, welcome back to Cold Pizza Watch Reviews. Today, I'm talking about the all-new Nubeo Aluminaut Automatic Limited Edition. Now, this watch currently retails for $510, but right now, on Nubeo's website, they've actually got a 20% off discount code, so you can probably get this for a lot less than $510. Now, there's 10 different color variations. Each color variation is limited to only 120 pieces. So if you like this one, I would get it sooner than later. Now, before I tell you what I think about the watch, let's jump into the specs. Starting off with the case, obviously you are getting an all stainless steel case that comes in at 50 millimeters in diameter. Then next is lug to lug. The Aluminaut is right at 55 millimeters, so this watch will have a very large wrist presence. Moving on to the case height, the Aluminaut will tower over your wrist at 22 millimeters thick. And if you want to swap the bracelet out for a nice NATO strap, it won't be a problem because the lug width is a standard 20 millimeters. Next is the caseback. Nubeo went with a screw-down see-through caseback. Now, the see-through portion actually has an image of the Aluminaut, which is the world's first aluminum submarine. Then at the 10 o'clock position, you see the helium release valve with the unique bronze guard. So when you match this massive screw-down caseback, the helium release valve with the yellow accented screw-down crown, it's no wonder that Aluminaut gives you 1,000 meters of water resistance. Now, if we move over to the bezel, you're getting a lume-filled 120 click unidirectional bezel with aluminum insert. Now, next is the dial area. Let's start with the crystal. You are getting an AR-coated domed sapphire crystal that terminates right to the edge of the bezel insert. Now, next is the dial. Nubeo did a light textured yellow dial with blue index markers. Then you get these white lume-filled index markers that appear to float above the dial. Then moving over to the hands, the Aluminaut has these wide arrow style lume-filled orange minute and hour hands, while the second hand has an open lollipop design and is painted blue and white. Then at the 12 o'clock position, you get the Nubeo logo printed in black. Then if we go down to the 6 o'clock position, you see the 1,000 meters printed in blue. Then over at the 4 o'clock position is the date window printed in white. Now, the movement Nubeo uses, they really don't give much detail on it other than the fact that they say it's a Japanese 3-hand with date. So what I did is I put it on my time grapher and I noticed that it had a beat rate of 21,600. So that tells me it's either a Seiko or Miyota movement, but honestly, based on the way it felt while I was hand winding the watch, I think it's a Miyota. I'm not going to say 100%, but if I had to bet on it, I think this is a Miyota movement. Now, this movement also does have hacking capability as well. Now, let's talk about this bracelet. It's an all-brushed single link design that tapers from 22 millimeters down to 20 millimeters. The links are removable via standard pins, so sizing is fairly simple. Now, the clasp is a push-button fold-over style with 3 micro adjustments and is also signed with the Nubeo logo. So those are the specs on the Aluminaut. Now, what are my thoughts? First one is the size. This is one big watch, but it doesn't look gaudy for a large diver. It actually has a simple modern design, and I really like the unique hands and the way that the yellow, blue, and orange all work together. I love the look of this dial. Next is the weight. You know, when I took it out of the box, I was like, oh my God, this is one heavy watch. It actually weighs 330 grams, That's more than a Rolex deep sea. You know, sometimes you go and pick up a diver, you think, oh, this thing's going to be heavy, and it's a bunch of hollow, light metal. If you're going to buy a big diver, you want it to feel like a big diver. You don't want something light and cheap. And this thing is like one big piece of stainless steel. It's heavy. Then there's the lume. It's so impressive and extremely bright. Even the crown has lume-filled accents, and I really thought they did a great job putting lume in all the right places on this watch. So, is this for you? If you want a deep diver with a very cutting-edge, unique design, I think this is a no-brainer, especially even if you pay full retail for $510, you're getting a lot of watch for the money. You're getting 1,000 meters, you're getting sapphire crystal, you're getting a great bracelet, and just a lot of weight and a lot of watch and great lume, screw-down crown. I think this is definitely worth the $510, and even more so with the discount code. So guys, let me know what you think. Have you been looking at Nubeo? Do you own one? I'd love to hear about it in the comments below. And as always, appreciate you tuning in to Cold Pizza Watch Reviews.